Today is October 20th, 2021. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is Pro-Life Week. Well, I know I haven't mentioned this at all in my weekly little programs, but tomorrow evening, Kalamazoo Right to Life will be hosting a fundraising dinner for Right to Life of Michigan Education Fund. And our guest speaker tomorrow will be a man from the Detroit area named Bobby Hesley, who will be speaking on the topic abortion in the Black community. You know, the pro-life movement has been shouting this message for years now, how the Planned Parenthood abortion types, the abortion industry has targeted Black families, Black women for abortion, far disproportionate to its overall population in the country. And to the extent that Black women, Black mothers who are experiencing perhaps an unplanned pregnancy, they go to Planned Parenthood and the message they get is that you're better off aborting this baby. That is the best solution for you, to kill your baby. And what a horrible message to give women who, like I said, they're in a bad situation. They're struggling. They may not have a lot of options, financial resources, family problems, but killing your children is never the best solution. It is never the solution to an unplanned pregnancy. So that's tomorrow night. Today I want to talk about two different things, two different topics. One is coming out of the state of Arizona. It was announced yesterday that a federal judge in Arizona has blocked a state law from taking effect. The law would have banned abortions for babies with genetic disorders like Down syndrome. I think about how in the last 30 years or so, American society, well, maybe even society worldwide, has taken a different approach to people with handicaps. We know about Special Olympics that really tries to elevate and encourage and promote the achievements of people with either mental or physical handicaps. And this is a wonderful thing. It is an amazing thing to see people with disabilities strive to achieve great things at the Special Olympics. And we have the Victims with Disabilities Act. You need ramps or elevators in buildings. We go out of our way to accommodate people with handicaps. But suddenly, if you're a handicapped child in the womb, you have no protection. You have no rights. And you can still be killed by an abortionist, even though you are handicapped. So that's a horrible situation in Arizona. And I think that does mirror other states as well that have tried to pass laws banning abortions for babies with genetic handicaps. And the Supreme Court's going to have to step in sooner or later and make a decision on this. The other case comes out of Arkansas. And I just read just today that a state legislator in Arkansas is going to introduce a heartbeat bill very similar to the one in Texas. And we'll see how that develops. The governor of Arkansas, very pro-life, but he is a little hesitant. I don't want to say resistant, but he's a little hesitant on having this bill introduced right now because the legislator is asking the governor to call a special session to work on this bill. And the governor's a little concerned. He says he wants to wait and for Supreme Court guidance. Because remember, we all know how the Supreme Court was asked to block the Texas heartbeat law, and the court ruled 5-4. No, the bill is going to take effect. It was a procedural decision, but still they allowed the law to take effect. And the governor wants to just kind of wait. And maybe he wants to wait and see what happens with the Mississippi case. These developments, are all are all good news for the pro-life movement. And I want to mention something else too that I haven't mentioned before, and maybe I've been negligent about addressing this issue. The last several weeks, I've spent a lot of time talking about the baby, the baby, the baby. The baby has no rights. The baby is a blob of tissue. The baby doesn't exist to the pro-abortion mentality. And I don't want viewers or listeners to this podcast to get the idea that the pro-life movement does not care for the mother, for the woman. And that is absolutely untrue. The pro-abortion people always want to say that we care about the baby until the baby is born, and then you're on your own in life. And that's not true either. But the pro-life movement does care about the unborn child. The pro-life movement does care about the mother, who very often is facing a real crisis in her life, whether it's a boyfriend trying to pressure her into an abortion, or her parents, or her best friends, or maybe she's just getting advice from other people encouraging her to abort her baby. And I don't want to minimize the fact that women struggle mightily over this issue. But I do want to encourage people listening to remember that the pro-life movement cares about the baby, and we care about the mother as well. We want both to thrive. We want both to survive and live, and to have all that God has planned for them. And I just hate to think that a woman would abort her baby, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 years later, she comes to the realization that she's killed her baby. And I know the pro-abortion people don't want to believe that there's anything called post-abortion syndrome, but it is true. Some women, not all, some women experience great regret, great pain, great shame, and despondency for knowing that they killed their baby. And many of them turn to destructive behaviors: alcohol, drugs, suicide, depression, just a lot of emotional baggage. And we would hope and pray that all women would choose life for their babies and not have to go through the possibility of facing great shame and regret and remorse years later. So with that, we love moms, we love babies, we love mothers, and we just hope and pray that everybody chooses life for their babies. With that, I'll let you go. See you next time. Goodbye.